to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Hello everyone and welcome along to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre in Pukekohe, south of Auckland. Franklin Bulls, Otago Nuggets. The Bulls hosting the Nuggets, who are much improved by the arrival of their three imports. The Nuggets are looking to get a winning record on the home floor of the Bulls, who are an all New Zealand outfit. And Casey Frank alongside me, Andrew Mulligan. And Casey, this team, the Franklin Bulls, pace is an issue.
Pace is not an issue unless you're worried about things going way too slow. They like it in the half court. They're a grinded out team, but this Otago Nugget squad is full fast break at all times, in particular with that newly minted starting lineup on the court.
I mean, they have incredible last couple of wins through the Otago Nuggets. They have put on an average of 88.5 points a game. And their two wins with their imports.
Really impressive how quickly they're gelling. They haven't even started their most talented lineup just yet. So now that they're coming together and we actually get to see them for the full 40, it's going to be impressive.
And here is how it looks. The table at the moment, the Tuatara, by virtue of losing the game on Wednesday night to the Hawke's Bay Hawks, who are very, very impressed with Hiram Harris in the mix. He is an absolute stud.
And a huge signing today with Swakalo Bullock coming over to man the middle for Jack Salt. They'll certainly solidify that spot up top. When you look at the rest of the lineup, see the Franklin Bulls going 2-1 up to this point, having lost that last game after a fantastic start. They'll be looking to get back on track tonight.
Bulls are in 7th, by virtue of really not playing a whole bunch of games. And the Otago Nuggets just above them. They started the season 0-2, but they, like I said earlier, they have absolutely poured it on the offensive end, are now 2-2. And here are the rounds so far. We've got this game tonight, a double-header tomorrow night. The Giants and the Rams, and that is going to be a tough game for the Rams. The Airs and the Sharks from TSB Stadium in New Plymouth. And then the Rams have to hop over the Cook Strait to play the Wellington Saints, who would love to get Xavier Cooks going. What a big signing that is for the Saints. And it is an interesting season to see how far they can go with catch-up basketball, the Wellington Saints. But here is your starting five for the Bulls. What do you like about this?
Well, I love the size,
the Nuggets.
Obviously, of Sam Timmons, fantastic inside, but now they've surrounded him with some real scoring with McCall, Williams, and Withers. Nico McCulloch, he needs to improve that shooting percentage from 3 to really make this starting five not have any weaknesses whatsoever.
Well, Brett Matahari is courtside as we speak, and a few minutes ago he spoke with Casey about the challenges that face him with the Bulls.
And I am here with Coach, who's got a difficult task of allocating a lot of talent in a short amount of time. You've welcomed all your imports in the starting lineup. Has it been difficult, but I must be happy to get going.
Yeah, we're just happy to have a week of training. Obviously last week we had a lot out with the flu, and the first week they just came in. So it's been great this week. We've had them all together, and yeah, we're putting things together. So practices have been really fun.
It's good to have some practice, especially for a team as physical as the Franklin Bulls, who I've watched a couple times, and their physicality is pretty high, especially led by Anzac Rosetto. How do you hope to combat that tonight?
Play a little bit faster and try and get out in front of them, obviously. I mean, they're a really strong team. I think, if you look last year, they may be trying to replicate what the Saints were doing a little bit and being strong and physical, and, they certainly make a good effort at that. You just missed that one, Casey.
Missed it well.
Not sure if it was on purpose or not.
Well, my call for you guys just got a little bit less nice, but good luck, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
What you didn't see there was Sam Timmons booting a ball at Casey's head. Pre-game that flew just past him, but there is Sam Timmons. What do you like about Sam Timmons' game?
Sam's a really talented size inside. He's got a soft shooting touch, nimble on his feet, and a willing passer. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive, especially when he gets that ball inside the paint. He just needs to go up and just take some heads off. Other than that, he's having a fantastic season at 21 points and 11 rebounds per game.
3 double-doubles as well for Sam Timmons in the season. He's had 6 blocks against the Hawks and a season-high 16 rebounds against the Giants. So quite the start to the season for Sam Timmons, who had spent a season with the Breakers in the NBL, and that is the starting five for your Bulls. And Anzac Rosetto will be going up against Sam Timmons. And Jaden Bazant, who was plagued by foul trouble in the loss to the Giants in round 3, Casey.
Yeah, that team really lost its way once Jaden Bazant went down with foul trouble. He is so important as the rudder on this offense. Without him, they got very lost, and they will need to find some answers for that because the Nuggets game plan is sure to negate his influence on the game tonight. I would not be surprised to see him doubling the ball out of his hands.
Morgan Maskell had the answers for Casey's questions minutes ago as well.
Well, I am here with Coach Maskell, and you're coming off your first loss of the season. Disappointed as they have been, a great chance for a teaching opportunity, I'm sure.
Yeah, there were lots of teaching opportunities, so hopefully we respond this week. Both ends of the floor, we were not very good, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see out there tonight.
Well, we always get to see the next one. That's the great part. And tonight, you're coming up against a much improved talent-wise squad. Otago didn't have their full squad at the start of the year. They're starting to blend in some supreme talent. What's your plan to try and take off a fantastic starting five?
Lots of different coverages, lots of different types of defenses, a lot of film work on their imports from their college stints and their other international stints. Of course, Withers and McCall were most recently in Australia. So again, fingers crossed, it's about us being able to execute our own plan and our own coverage on these talented players that Otago have.
Sounds good. Can't wait to see it.
And Zach Rossetto has a double-double already under his belt this season, just 8 shot attempts a game, which is not enough for the Franklin Bulls. They need to get the big man going. And let's have a look now at the head-to-head graphics of what is going to be a very interesting game. And as you can see, it's not great for the Bulls on offense and in the paint and in the percentages as well from the Rosine foul line. But the game is about to tip off. Let's get this game from the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre underway. It's Rossetto and Timmins in the middle to get game number 2 of round number 4 of the NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Yes!
Hey,
yes!
fake shot with a faker. I am really excited for this Anzac Rossetto-Sam Timmins matchup. These are two guys pretty equal in size and strength, but very different in skill set.
There's Bazant.
Jim Bazant looking very quick early.
Keith Williams on him. Don't shoot a lot of threes, do the Bulls. Made just 20 so far in the season.
I think they're still trying to find their offensive identity, which will change when Webster gets here, as we see Timmins with a strong move inside. Travel call.
And he traveled on that one. That's a good result for the Bulls' interior defense for Sam Timmins.
Looked like he was told he switched pivot feet there, but really like the way he was able to catch, gather, take some contact, then finish. But it doesn't matter when the ref calls you for a travel.
A really good matchup here with Nico McCulloch and Jaden Bazant as well, too. Up-and-coming point guards.
And I'd love to see McCulloch really test himself defensively to work Jaden Bazant all night long.
Isaac Davidson, I'd love for him to get going from deep.
Isaac Davidson struggled a little bit offensively, found some form late against the Nelson Giants a week ago, but he still hasn't delivered a game this season up to the level of his talent.
Shooting just 27% from deep. There's Isaac Davidson. McCulloch. There is McCall. Gets it back. Williams misses that.
Very determined offensively, working that ball around, not rushed at all.
Got a foul on the floor. On,
looks like Keith Williams, but I was
believe. Oh, looking for the referee to give the indication. It is on Keith Williams.
He was matched up there. A couple minutes in, I'd still like to see the Bulls get that ball down low to the big fella Rossetto a bit more often.
Bazant, Kyle. And Kyle with a crossover and the step back. Oh, unlucky as Timmins rips down another board.
We've seen some good one-on-one moves by the Bulls, but unable to pull off the shots.
And we got the game's first bucket from Nico McCulloch.
And he gave him a too small.
Gave
Put
him
it
a
back.
too small.
2-0, already talking a little bit of yay.
Casey gives me that. Every game is Jaden Bazant makes Williams pay for the slip.
Nice recognition there, but excellent move. Jaden Bazant looking back in the form from games 1 and 2, not so much from game 3.
Taj McCall kept his pivot really well. Withers with the ball. from the 36ers in the NBL. McCall on the type hands, and it's the breakers, Timmins, who just threw it away. This is good defense. Rosetto running hard, but McCall, an excellent defensive player. And in rhythm is McCulloch for another three.
5-zip, Mikal McCulloch for the Nuggets. Of course, the Bulls do have a three-pointer at that same time, but great start for him.
And Rosetto's been called for the travel.
Got it in a bit of an awkward area there with defenders surrounding him, so didn't have a chance to put it on the floor. And got a little bit happy with the feet. The turnovers starting to add up already for both teams.
And both these teams average 16 turnovers a game. As McCulloch is feeling it.
Oh,
And that's a real heat check.
I guess he's already got 5, so we'll forgive one air ball.
Bazant. Nice drive. Jaden Bazant doing it all for the Bulls so far.
So talented offensively, and they really did completely lose their way when he had 3 first-quarter fouls a week ago against the Giants, and were never able to get out of the hole.
Williams. Oh, Timmins on the follow.
Oh, great follow by Timmins. Williams takes out Rosetto with his drive because of the contest, but Timmins doesn't give up on the play and gets a powerful finish off the rim.
Bennett Kyle can't get that 3 to drop.
They're happy to shoot these jump shots when the ball's outside of Bazant's hand. Need some more pressure on the rim against this Nugget squad.
McCulloch using the screen of Timmins, and that is a feathery touch. Ooh. Nico McCulloch happy to go back at Bazant.
Happy to come back to the Auckland region and say to these Bulls, hey, maybe you should have looked into signing me.
Bazant drops it off for Rosetto. Davidson in the corner. Knocks that down, a sweet touch. That'll be a welcome relief for Isaac Davidson.
Really like Rosetto's facilitation there, out of the high post, puts the ball on the floor, draws defenders, and finds Davidson wide open for 3.
Timmins up high, hands it off. Withers, fall away 3. Nothing but net.
Pure.
Todd Withers.
That is pure as the snow up there in Otago somewhere. The mountains.
Played some G Leagues, played some Italian League. Played for the 36ers. And a turnover, another one. McCulloch, pull up 3. No one around him. That drops. Nico McCulloch.
A little bit surprised that the Bulls haven't had a timeout yet. Nico McCulloch is showing a shooting touch to which I am unaccustomed coming from him.
Bazant wants to fire back.
And these threes have already sucked out a little of the energy from this Bulls crowd. This is not what they were expecting.
10 points for Nico McCulloch.
Make it 12.
Make it 12. It's Nico McCulloch's world, and we're all just living in it.
He is putting on a show, and the Bulls look flummoxed.
I tell you what, it is wet in the gym and not just in the pool that's next door to Nico McCulloch. Oh, he's all over Bazant as well as Rosetto sees the lane, had it tipped away, but he was fouled on the drive. And is that going to be? It is on McCall.
Good, strong move there by Rosetto. We get a timeout to the Bulls.
17-8.
Yeah, they need to discuss things. This is not the start they were getting off to. I think part of the Bulls' game plan, when you look at the starting lineup, would be to try and force Nico McCulloch do something offensively. Well, he has done some things offensively in the first 5 minutes of the game. 12 points to him. What a start. Shooting the ball very well from the three-point stripe.
2 for 3, and he's 5 for 6 overall. Nico McCulloch has already had a steal as well.
Jaden Bazant trying to get something going offensively for the Bulls. 2 for 4 for him for his 5 points. Outside of that, only the Isaac Davidson triple has found the net. And the energy on the offensive end for the Nuggets is great. But the Bulls certainly need to figure out a way to pick up their defensive intensity after this opening stanza.
Yeah, Morgan Maskell has a job on his hands already. And we spoke to him pre-game, and this is one of the concerns. The start. You can't afford a 5 like the Nuggets possess to get away on you, but it's not the imports and it's not Timmins. Who's getting away?
McCulloch.
It's Nico McCulloch, and that's probably the problem. They're probably worried about those four. Nico McCulloch has taken his opportunities. They've dropped off him.
Well, they did say in pregame, Coach Morgan Maskell did say that he had a lot of defensive lined up for this game. So I expect he'll be pulling them out of the bag a little bit earlier than expected, because this is a Bulls team that is going to struggle trying to dig itself out of a big hole. They do not have the firepower to come back from a 15, 20-point deficit late in the game.
Well, Bennett Kyle is out, and Leon Henry, as Josh Ledger comes in for Anzac Rosetto. And so Leon Henry, the experience of him, and Josh Aitchison for the Nuggets. Keith Williams takes a seat, and here is Withers. Withers fouled it from Denham Brook and just tipped in.
That looked like a Leon Henry tip that possibly Matt Bardsley
Matt
would
Bardsley
get credit for.
might get it. And Matt Bardsley does get it. It's beside his name, but it's unfortunate for the Bulls. Bazant working with Josh Ledger, cousin of Crystal and Charlie's, Ledger Walker.
And you just look when the ball is outside of Jaden Bazant's hands, how all of a sudden the help side defense stops paying real attention to the basketball and just starts locking down their man. Somebody else has to step up and start scoring.
Yeah, Isaac Davidson, that is a good sign, because they'll need a guy from the perimeter to get it going.
They certainly need another answer to that question of offense and where we'll be coming from. Isaac Davidson off to his best start of the season.
Withers, back of the iron, and Bardsley and Aitchison were fighting for the rebound, and Leon Henry was in there to make it awkward, and the Bulls come away with the ball as Jet Thompson and his pace and intensity.
As we got a second look at the Nico McCulloch triple from earlier in the ball game.
Franklin have the ball, now down just 6 after that Davidson 3.
And the Nuggets not really firing all cylinders themselves, happy to play gambling defense.
Speaking of gambling defenses, that 3 is wide right. Taj McCall is just everywhere. And then we have a
Going to reset the shot clock, get it down to 8 seconds. They, I think, reset it a little high. So they're going to drop it down to 8 for the Bulls to finish this possession. And Nico McCulloch has been solid offensively on the bench now.
Davidson, back of the iron, off the heel, and that's ripped away by Bardsley.
Well, solid.
Will be Bulls ball.
Solid rebound by Jet Thompson there. Who's come off the bench as one of the young players for the Bulls and giving them a lot of energy in that role. Oh,
Stolen.
poor pass, just couldn't get over the outstretched arms of Todd Withers.
Here's McCall. Aitchison, corner 3, no good. Bardsley's fighting for it. And I believe it's going to be on Jet
Foul
Thompson.
called, yeah. Looks like it was on Jet Thompson.
And so Ledger gets a burn, and they give Rosetto a bit of a spell, albeit probably a game minute. And he's back out there. And so is Williams. And here's McCall. Ken's Taipans, I like the look of him. Defensive-minded coach, and Adam Ford, a defensive-minded player. Ford to shoot. That's no good from Martin. Excuse me, Andrew. And it's going to be Denham Brook trying to go to work on Withers.
Nice transition defensive possession by the Nuggets there.
Isaac Davidson. This is another 3 after making 2, and Jet Thompson couldn't see much else, so took the 3 himself.
Not really seeing the Bulls being able to bend this Nuggets defense here in the first quarter.
Keith Williams, my goodness.
Easy as you like, very patient, gets into that 17-foot shot. No one steps up.
Straight out of college at the University of Cincinnati, the Bearcat. And he is taking the contested 2, and he's got a bucket and another turnover. This time, I think it's like the 3rd travel called in this first quarter.
Yeah, it is the 3rd travel call, the 2nd that I can recall on the Bulls.
Bazant and Bennett Kyle in the game. Bennett Kyle just, unless your memory's better than mine. Is he a lefty? Because he's got a wrist guard on his right.
He is a righty.
Yeah.
But never ideal when you've got something like that on the shooting hand. But playing with it, so it can't be too bad.
Jack Andrew inside to Keith Williams. Williams, Bennett Kyle on him. And look at Keith Williams go to work. Good defense. And then that is tipped to Andrew. Shot's got to go up. Now that is good defense from the Bulls. Leon Henry got a hand in there and just made it extra awkward, as did his teammates.
I actually thought it hit the rim, not on the shot, but off that carom after that rebound. But I have been mistaken before. Great half-court possession that time by the Bulls to be able to lock down. Impressive by Kane Bennett Kyle to be just one-on-one on the island with Williams and force a difficult shot. And now to the offensive end, where Bulls got to get more aggressive. Haven't had enough plays on the rim. They've been pretty satisfied to pass the ball around the perimeter.
Well, Casey,
let it fly.
You're right, they're 4 of 13 in this game.
Not a great start. It's 4 of 13.
Analysis. Bazant. Fall away over Timmins, rattles in and out.
Right. Just Anzac Rossetto on the boards. The Bulls are worried about this transition offense of the Nuggets, giving up offensive rebounding because of it.
And it's just the second team foul. Jet Thompson picks up a cheeky one.
And that is actually his second personal foul, so he shoots to the bench, and then Leon Henry can't pull off the towel handoff.
It was sloppy.
It was very sloppy. Nobody wanted it.
Then the referee just throws it at the feet of Thompson. He has to bend down to pick it up.
Nobody wants that towel. It's a stink towel.
Bennett Kyle, I love him. He's got smiles all the time. He's smiling at Keith Williams. They probably just met tonight.
He is. It's always good to be a smiling assassin.
Timmins, Rossetto in his defensive stance. Left hand, Aitchison gets that to drop. As Leon Henry tried to bat it off the rim. Screen was the call, but Rossetto still managed to drop him. Oh. And Rossetto surely was fouled on that. He couldn't get it to go, and Brook missed the follow.
It looked like Rossetto blew out the tire.
Nico McCulloch. Oh, what a teardrop jumper.
Nico McCulloch. Feeling it here in the first quarter.
That was a high arcing shot.
This has got to be his career high in a quarter.
25, 14 of them belong to Nico McCulloch. Rossetto not even looking at going at Timmins, but it is waved off. Offensive foul. Bennett Kyle is saying, give me the bucket though.
The bucket will not be coming. There's a foul of legal screen called on Leon Henry on that play. Ooh, and the lack of offense has reared its head again. Nuggets up 12 already.
And they average 80 points a game. The Bulls offense, as we said pre-game, just a touch under 70 points a game. And that's a foul on Leon Henry. That's his second foul.
Really nice piece of offense run by the Nuggets there.
Isaac Davidson at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Corey Webster, touchdown in New Zealand yesterday from Egypt, and he is scheduled to play probably round 5.
Congrats to C-Web, second place in the Egyptian finals.
Best of 5 series.
Sure, he's really excited about that second place in Egypt.
Great to have him back in the league, that is for sure. Woo! Nico McCulloch is telling them about it.
Telling everybody about it too. What a shot. Called a 2, believe.
Bazant, tough layup, can't get a Rossetto on the follow. And that'll do us. After the first quarter, we're done and dusted. A Nico McCulloch explosion for 16 of the 28 points. And we'll go to a break. Back with the second quarter after these messages. Welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre in a leisurely pace set by Nico McCulloch, just in a zone in the first quarter, and that score is not correct on your screen. It's 28-15.
A little different.
Nico McCulloch had 17. They adjusted a 2 to a 3 in the break, and Nico McCulloch on fire, and the Bulls in trouble.
What a start from McCulloch. 7 for 8 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. Just lighting that net on fire. Let it go again.
Why not? Jaden Bazant doing his best. He's all over him.
I really appreciate he didn't do the heat check there.
And wow, that's a tough shot from Todd Withers.
He has a interesting offensive game. He releases the ball at odd angles, making it a pretty difficult cover. But he is wet on that jumper.
He had 7 threes against Hawke's Bay. He's got long arms. He's all over Bazant. 6 to shoot for Jaden Bazant and the Bulls. And that is a great closeout. He probably got a little piece of that as well.
I don't think Daylight's getting out of the defense. He was all over him. Jaden Bazant probably needs to extend that hand.
Between
might get a call.
Yeah, between him and the call. And you got Keith Williams just leaning straight into Jaden Bazant, who picks up the offensive foul as Keith Williams, and Keith Williams doesn't like it.
No, not a whole bunch in that, but he certainly did use that shoulder to clear. We see the move here, gets in and just kind of comes through. You know, if I'm out in the court, probably would prefer to see a no call. Keith Williams instead heads to the bench with his first foul of the game. Jaden Bazant will be happy to get that call. Can they take this momentum and do something with it? Just 15 points in that first quarter. They have to find some answers offensively.
Ahi out there for Nico McCulloch. Excuse me, that is Nico McCulloch there. Ahi for the Nuggets. And there for Keith Williams, who picked up that foul. And second as well for Brent Matahari and the Otago Nuggets. 2-2 on the season.
How about this defense the Nuggets are playing right now, though, holding the Bulls to 27% shooting and really shutting down the glass as well.
McCall. Wow, Taj McCall from 3.
He didn't have anybody in his area code.
No.
There was nobody in the 09 code that was there to guard him on that one. Where's the defense?
And an offensive foul. Again called on the Bulls.
And Zach Rosetto picks up foul number 1.
Just not getting their screen set.
This is a team that is looking for answers right now, but all they're finding is questions.
Nico McCulloch to Timmons, who's not a great three-point shooter.
It's been a while since he's got one up, though. He's only 2 points in the game. You do need to find a way to get him the ball.
He's just 14% from deep. It's Timmons.
Just 40?
Just 14.
14, that's much worse than 40.
Just.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Jaden Bazant with a finish with the left.
Love the way he's got that ambidextrous feel to his drive game, able to finish off the left there. Now, let's see if the energy can pick up on the defensive end for this Bull squad.
Here's Timmons.
He is passing the ball well.
That 3 gets the friendly Franklin roll.
Oh, my goodness. That hit the bottom of the rim and somehow rolled in. What a friendly roll there. Sam Timmons with a beautiful dish. Here we see that previous in and out drive by Jaden Bazant with a pretty left-hand finish.
Joe Ahi with his season average of 3.
Way to hit it in the second quarter, young fella.
Isaac Davidson. Denham Brook. Oh, the reverse. Pretty from Denham Brook.
What a display of athleticism and concentration with that reverse. But they're still down 16.
Taj McCall gives it off.
Where's the break? Like, the Bulls aren't counterattacking. They're happy to walk it up. They need to put some pressure on this Nugget squad.
Denham Brook now just going one-on-one. He's feeling it. Can he get the roll? He does. Another bucket for Denham Brook. This went straight at Timmons.
Uses the quickness. Timmons, not bad defense, but A home court roll goes Brooks' way.
Withers, plenty of time on the shot clock, going to work on the bank. It is flat and open.
That's just too easy. Once he gets a foot inside that block, he is going off that glass with the hook every time. Brooke has to do a better job of forcing him off, or help has to come.
Bazan and Denham Brook. Denham Brook is feeling it. Almost lost it to Bennett Kyle. He tried to dump it off to Rosetto, but Nico McCulloch gets the pick. Withers wide open. Good box out from Bennett Kyle.
Really playing good offense though, drawing defenders in with penetration and then finding shooters on the outside.
Great look from Davidson, a nice catch and finish from Anzac Rosetto.
Just a little flip. Never even really had to bring it down, had to get it up quickly. It was his only chance for a make and does so nicely.
Oh, Anzac Rosetto! There might have been a foul call. He still got out there to stuff it.
Foul was called previous to that. Powerful block by Anzac Rosetto, who heads back to the bench.
For probably about 30 seconds to a minute.
It's looking like the first quarter went off for a couple minutes at that 5-minute mark, so I think they're trying to find a way to get him into the game and hopefully find a way to save some energy for the second half. But with a 15-point deficit, if they're not able to keep the Nuggets within touch distance, it might not matter.
Withers at the line. Averaging 16 and a half in the handful of games he's played so far. He's a 75% resumed foul line shooter. He makes the second, and we've got a sub on the make, Jack Andrew. As Withers comes off, and he's just on that arm around. Kind of fallen a little bit awkwardly, Casey.
Never good to fall awkwardly.
Davidson losing the handle. It falls to McCall. McCall has options, spin move at mid-court.
He is so under control.
Jack Andrew had it stripped away.
McCall he is nonplussed right now. He is not being affected by any of the defensive schemes coming his way.
He's at another level, isn't he?
I mean, he's taking it so easy. He is not forcing his offense in the slightest, only taking shots that are coming to him, but really facilitating nicely.
It suggests that his team is up 16 with 5 to go in the half.
It does.
Nico McCulloch, on the other hand, is loving it, but he misses that. But it's nice to have a big man like Sam Timmons cleaning up in the paint, but he can't get the reverse, and the Bulls survived that one.
Yeah, I think he left the defense off the hook there, stretching out instead of going up with a bit of power.
Robinson's out there. Bennett Kyle gives it back to Bazan. There's 7 to shoot, and you've got McCall on you into the wall of Timmons. And there is the long arms and hands of McCall, just poking it away again. McCulloch in transition. Puts it up and in. Robinson had no option there, just to, as he was going backwards, gave it up. And Nico McCulloch has 19. His first bucket of the second. Robinson for 3, steps into it, nothing but net.
Nothing like getting a little offense from a new water spring as the triple drops. One of the easier buckets the Bulls have had this evening. For the most part, had to work very hard.
Getting some burn from Cal Robinson as Jack Andrew. Good defense on him from Bennett Kyle.
Just needs to be a bit quicker off that catch and shoot. Using that time to gather gave the defense time to recover.
Oh wow, big screen set from Ledger on McCulloch. Hits the heel of the iron.
Didn't really see anything wrong with the screen. Not sure what McCulloch's complaining about, but never nice to get hit blind.
Coach McCaskill saying flop. And then we got an unsportsmanlike foul at Sam Timmons. On Sam Timmons. And Josh Ledger with the steal.
Nice job. That'll be free throws and the ball. Timeout to Coach Brett Matahare. Oh, they both called timeouts. Timeout went to
Rock, paper, scissors. Who wants it?
Brett Matahare wants credit for it, but no, it goes to the Bulls.
He's not giving the Bulls anything.
One of those coaches should have paid attention and tried not to call it. Same thing. Well, nice play by Josh Ledger on that one, snatching from Timmons, but not a heads-up play by Timmons after giving up the turnover to just grab him from behind.
40% shooting for the Franklin Bulls, 54 on the road for the Nuggets. The performance from Nico McCulloch, just the 2 points in the second quarter, 17 though in the first. And the import trio of McCall, Withers and Williams just playing at their pace.
They're rolling along in third gear right now. They are not finding the top gears of the offense right now. They don't need to. 41 points off excellent shooting this early in the game. I really don't know what the Bulls are going to do to find some answers in this one, because right now they don't have the energy or the enthusiasm to match the skill of the Nuggets.
I really am looking forward to seeing what Corey Webster can bring after a season in Africa, playing in Egypt. What he can bring offensively, you know what he can do. He is a world-class scorer. He's a very good passer too.
Now, right now on the perimeter, Bazant's had a good first half, but seen a lot of pressure, seen a lot of eyeballs. They're giving him a lot of attention coming off the on ball. It was nice to see Isaac Davidson get a couple triples early, but he's going to have to do a lot more of that because they haven't given him the respect that the Bulls need him to take to pull those defenders out of the key. Once Corey Webster arrives, certainly things will look a little different. But as of now, tonight, somebody has to step up. Josh Ledger hits the first free throw.
Unsportsmanlike called before that timeout on Sam Timmons. Major as a result at the Racine line.
Ooh. And that one just a bit to the right.
It is that door.
That door's always open.
Yeah, it's that door in that corner that was here last time we were here, Casey.
Door in that door.
Josh Ledger. 1 for 2 on that one, but the Bulls do have the ball. With 3:31 to go in the first half. Down 14. Robinson, Davidson, Thompson, Rosetto and Brook for the Bulls. Rosetto, Timmons on him, Isaac Davidson sees the switch, and it's Timmons. He's met down low and by Nico McCulloch as well, and then they just fire it out of bounds. That's tough to see for Morgan Maskell, the head coach of the Bulls.
Yeah, not ideal. For Cale Robinson, feel a little rushed inside, catch the ball in the interior, at least look at the hoop, make yourself a threat. Too many of the Bulls right now are just playing for the next pass instead of what's being given to them.
Sloppy pass again. This time the Bulls are the recipients, and Denham Brook is fouled as he goes for another reverse.
Good, strong move there. And, you know, if I'm Morgan Maskell, I actually feel kind of good about only being down 14 right now. The Bulls have not played well. They're shooting 40% from the field.
It just looks like, though, Casey, that Nico McCulloch, yeah, he's got 19, but he's got 4 other stud starters that can absolutely go for a burn in the second half. And they look like they can choose that gear anytime they want.
Yeah, it does seem like they've got somewhere else to go. But they're not going to have to get there unless the Bulls start to press them.
Currently at the moment, no one's really putting their hands up for the Bulls. Denham Brook had a nice period there. He's making 1 of 2 from the Racine foul line.
1 of 2 from the Racine. That's better than they are normally.
Well, they've got a skilled big man in Anzac Rosetto, who's not getting a lot of touches. Keith Williams is fouled. 2 shots coming. Isaac Davidson gets him on the baseline on the drive.
Straight line drive right to the rim there, using his quickness, and immediately with that quick first step gets Davidson on his hip. Always going to be a foul on the shot attempt unless help comes over. Help was too late. Straight to the free throw line. The Racine unkind to both teams so far.
What are we calling it? Are we calling it like the color palette, like the brick color?
Yeah.
The burnt orange, the burnt red.
Yeah.
He gets the friendly roll on that one, does the rookie.
If we've got the burnt orange for the brick, what do we call them? Swishes.
I came up with the burnt orange with the brick.
That's true. I'll go back to the drawing
What
board.
would you like?
I'll think about it. Tweet some suggestions to Mole's account.
I look forward to my mentions at half-time. Denham-Brook, left hand. Oh, it almost drops, but he gets his rebound. I tell you what, Denham-Brook is the one doing the work in the paint for the Bulls right now.
Doing the work on the paint in the perimeter as well. He's got some energy. He's got some enthusiasm. He's getting inside in between the cracks. He's using his physicality a bit.
Here comes the length and defensive intensity of McCall and Withers.
Yeah, it's you know, they're getting a little. Things are getting a little tight. Let's put two of the starters back in.
As Bardsley and Aitchison take a seat. Jack Andrew is out there. Sam Timmins runs to the bench, looking sprightly.
This Nuggets team, a year ago in the competition, if Sam Timmins wasn't having a half, they had no chance to win. They really didn't. Looking up their scoreboard tonight, 2 points. He's not playing poorly. He's not super involved offensively. But nobody is as outside of McCulloch, really. But Nuggets getting it done. 2.5 left, up 14.
19 and a half. Nico McCulloch.
Oh, no free throws. Going down, and that really putrid 48% free throw shooting on the year is starting to rear its ugly head again for the Bulls.
There is Nico McCulloch. 5 to shoot. McCulloch, corner 3. Oh, of course it's gone in. He knocks down points. 22.
Wow. Keeping the ball on the same side. Nico McCulloch has found another level this evening.
Surely a season high for points in the first half. Nico McCulloch.
Oh, off the hands of Davidson. It's
Pull up,
kind of
son.
half.
Don't go for the drive. Oh, why not?
Do it all.
24.
Oh my goodness.
He's absolutely roasting the Bulls.
This could be his career high here in the first half. He is pumped.
What do they do to him? What have the Bulls ever done to Nico McCulloch as Denham-Brook rolls it back to last season and knocks down a 3?
The Auckland player who didn't get a contract from an Auckland team, I don't know. What could they have done?
Withers to Andrew. Andrew with the flush and drops it down on Denham-Brook and 1.
Dunked on his head and then gave him a shot to the head after the make. To rub a little bit of salt in the wound, Jack Andrew. Take him up, young fella. Nice dish. The Ginger Ninja, as we see. The triple there. Jack Andrew had to retie the hair on that one after. Such viciousness, it knocked the hairband out. Well, a minute left. And the Bulls just aren't catching the ball in the scoring position.
Kazant, 4 to shoot for Brook. And we've got a foul underneath. And it's going to be called on the Nuggets. I think it's on Jack Andrew.
Yeah, it just came in with a powerful box out. That's a good job by him. I'm going to throw that weight around as Nico McCulloch. We'll check back in. Keith Williams heads to the bench.
Timeout.
He wants to know why.
Morgan McCaskill. Well, the season high is 35 by Alonzo Trey Morning versus the Otago Nuggets way back in April 28th when he had 35 on debut for the Giants.
Yeah, I think that was the opening game.
Yeah. And also he had 31 against the Tuatara.
Yeah, he has
15 days ago, 14 days ago, 2 weeks ago.
He has been filling it up. I don't know if anybody's been filling up like Nico McCulloch tonight.
Nico McCulloch.
10 for 12 from the field.
10 for 12.
6 for 6 inside the arc. Only 4 for 6 from outside of it.
Your season high for field goals made is 14. So just 4 more shots, 5 more shots to get the season high. I mean, 12 attempts. The season high for field goal attempts is 24 by Trey Morning against the Nuggets. As I'm just leafing through the stats.
Just check on all the stats.
That have been handed out at the end of each round, which is just...
You have paper stats? You're not looking these up on a computer somewhere? It's
godsend.
amazing.
No, I'm just slowly wading my way through an entire forest here.
It's good. Trees are renewable. That makes it good.
I'm surely this is recycled paper as well.
Definitely. It looks hecka recycled.
So just under a minute to go. It's 31 to the Bulls, and Nico McCullochs have 50. Rossetto at the line.
We have another timeout?
Do we have another timeout?
A timeout on timeout?
Joahi, maybe we do have a timeout on timeout.
Okay.
Morgan Maskell was wondering.
Well, we were pretending to get into the action there. Coach Brett Matahare saw something he didn't like or wanted to rediscuss. And now we got to fill some more time. Normally we have some action right before we need to fill.
Yeah.
Not a lot happened in that last timeout.
Tell me about the time you played the Cincinnati Bearcats, where Keith Williams is from,
Oh, yeah.
in the NCAA tournament for your university.
It was a great time. March Madness, baby. It was my one and only trip to the NCAA tournament.
What seed were you? Were you the
We were
second
15.
or third? Oh,
We
you
were
15.
15 seed. Played the Bearcats, who had Bobby Brandon, ex-Australian League player. Guy you might have heard of, Kenyon Martin.
Oh, Kenyon Martin.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he was a New Jersey Net.
Yeah, he was. He was a sophomore that year, and I knew he was going to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
On top of those guys, Melvin Levitt, Ruben Patterson, the Kobe stopper.
Ruben Patterson, the trailblazer.
That was a quality squad. And we lost. Great story. Thanks for bringing it up.
By how much?
2.
Just two?
Just the 2.
Almost Cinderella story as Rossetto misses that one.
So close. All right. Free throws for the Bulls.
Kenyon Martin, Denver Nugget as well. What was it like marking Kenyon Martin down low?
He was bouncy.
Jack Andrew rebounds the miss.
I could jump, but he, in my one jump, had jumped twice. And that's when I knew I was in trouble.
McCall decides to shoot it, and why
Come
not?
on.
He honestly just thought, I need to get a shot up. I'm just going to take it here. Why not?
He's like playing 2K mode on rookie mode right now.
He is. Denham Brook, he's driving. Off the glass, no good. Withers with the board. Here comes Taj McCall. He is. He's dialed in. And that falls to Bazant.
Well, only a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock.
Withers with those long arms almost picked that off.
The Bulls would be wise to slow it down and try and ensure they get the last shot of the quarter and half. Both.
9 to shoot. Bazant left his feet, and Withers got a hand to it. And it's 5 to shoot now for the Bulls.
These Nuggets are deceptively long in the passing lanes.
Well, they average in their 2 wins 88.5 points.
Already got their hands on 6 steals this evening.
4 to shoot now. Here comes Bazant. Good defense. Good rebound. There it is. And we're done it for the first half of basketball from the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. The Nuggets have stormed the stockyard and let the gates open. And the Bulls have wandered off to halftime. A little bit shell-shocked. Nico McCulloch, 24 in the half for the point guard. And they are up, the visitors, the Nuggets, 53-31. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, the Stockyard, the home of the Franklin Bulls, and they're in a hole at the moment. Out the back paddock, nobody knows how to bring them back in. They are down 53-31 against the Otago Nuggets. Well, mainly Nico McCulloch. Everyone else is in third gear, cruising along, and Nico McCulloch is driving a stake into the heart of the Bulls. He has, Casey Frank, an amazing half under his belt. 24 points. Let's have a look at some of the stats, and there you can see, and it's just sort of not working out for the Bulls.
Solid fight from Brooke and Bazant. Brooke late. Davidson off early. Withers, McCall, 2 of his 3 touches has found the net, but they really haven't put any pressure on the Bulls as of yet. It's been all McCulloch, and why not when he's shooting like that? Looking at the rebound game, pretty even when you look at it from that distance, but the Nuggets do enjoy a 5 rebound advantage, 21-16 between the 2 teams. So another statistical category that they are dominating. Assists, not a lot of assists in this one, mostly one-on-one basketball.
Certainly just the 4 assists for the Bulls, and just the 3 assists for the Nuggets as well, and then Betnikar with the lone block. 17 games for the Jets in 2021 for Nico McCulloch. He only averaged 10 a game for the Jets, but he is a 3x3 player, and he is absolutely just going 1-on-5 and schooling the Bulls.
I know that there's some 3s in there somewhere because of the way he was dropping those triples tonight. His teammates happy to get him going. But I do not know where the answers are going to come from for the Bulls in the second half. With the lack of energy and enthusiasm that they're playing with, it's got to start there. From there, they can figure some other things out, but they have to exceed the energy output of the Nuggets who are in cruise control.
What do you tell your Nuggets team?
What I tell the Nuggets team is we got to act like it's 0-0. We have to lock it down a little bit more defensively. Things are a little bit easy. We can do a better job on that. But it's always the same thing. When you're up this big, you have to pretend you're not.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half. 53-31, and the Nuggets up big over the Bulls at halftime.
they are chilling.
The biggest lead of the game is the lead at halftime for the Otago Nuggets. They're having fun. Todd Withers dancing to the music with the mascot, unbeknownst to the Bulls mascot, and they are just in cruise control, except for Nico McCulloch, the big story out of the first half. 24 points, Casey Frank.
And you know who's not in cruise control is the Bulls, who I believe are still getting an earful in the training room right now. They have not returned because they need to find a way. And if your coach is out there telling, hey guys, we're not working hard enough, you're not doing your job. If a coach ever has to tell you to pick up the work rate, you have not done what you're supposed to do as a player.
And here comes some of the Bulls bench as they slowly work their way back out to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre court. A good crowd in on a Friday night to see the second game of round 4 of the NZNBL. Got the Giants and the Rams, and then the Airs and the Sharks from Nelson and Taranaki for your Saturday night NZNBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. And then for your Sunday, you've got the Saints hosting the Rams, which will be a really interesting game, and the Jets and the Nuggets. The Nuggets on their way to Palmy North. Palmy all day. Casey, the Jets welcoming some import help as well.
Yeah, fantastic to see just about every team's getting up there to full strength now. And you know, the two teams closer to the bottom there in the preseason rankings, Taranaki Mountaineers, the Manawatu Jets, both vastly improved. And I think we're going to have a heck of a rock fight for the teams to get into the 6 this season.
Well, that's right, because it's not the top 4 make the semi-finals. It's the top 6, and the top 2 teams advance straight to the semis, and the teams ranked 3 to 6 play off in a single game elimination, and the winners will play those higher ranked teams, and then you'll have your semi-finals and a grand final. Venue to be determined. That is a really good wrinkle, I believe, because there were 2 teams on the outer last year who had 500 records. You know those kind of games where you let them go and they didn't win, and something happened and something didn't work, and you rue those losses? The 6 gives you that opportunity to be still rewarded.
Yeah, I think the 6 is a great inclusion, all for more teams getting in, and we still highly reward the teams that do the job during the regular season. Seeds number 1 and 2, they're going to get a bye. They're going to go straight into the semifinal, and on the back end of that, you know, if you finish 2 or 3, you've got to win that game at home. If not, you're going to be going home.
You got to take care. You got to take care of home court, and that is what the Bulls aren't doing. They're 2-1 on the season. The Nuggets started 0-2, but then the reinforcements arrived from Australia. Keith Williams from overseas, and they've got a tough road trip, Casey, in the rounds. They only got 1 home game up against the Giants. Excuse me, the Jets. They've got the Tuatara, the Giants, and the Rams all on the road.
And that's going to be a telling point for their season. You know, if you really want to
that
make
is the
6.
Bulls. Sorry, Casey.
Oh, I thought you.
Excuse
to be
me.
fair, I thought you were talking about the Bulls.
No, I was talking about the Bulls. The Nuggets, they have the next 3 games after this one on the road as well. They've got the Jets, Sharks, and Airs, and then at home to the Giants.
Some winnable games in there. The Sharks, I think, are going to be looking for some answers to get themselves up to the level to which they're accustomed. Haven't found that consistency of play just yet. But with a coach like Rob Beveridge right around the corner.
Underway in the 3rd quarter.
And I like this defensive intensity from the Nuggets right off the bat, extending out, forcing the offense. Look how high those catches are.
Yeah. Bennett Kyle, jab step. 3 ball, no good. Timmons with a board.
And you see every shot that goes up for the Bulls. It's the second choice. Cade Bennett-Kyle wanted to pass it on and then almost forced into the shot to get it off. They got to be scorers first.
5 rebounds for Timmons. Keith Williams with the ball. Everyone sort of dropped off him as Timmons rolled in the key. He misses that too. Bazan tied up almost by McCulloch.
He is being harassed by McCulloch, who would be pretty well used to seeing him in training from the season ago with the Jets.
Bazan over Timmons. Off the back of the iron. Rebound by Bennett Kyle. Stenham Brook. He misses that 3. Empty-handed trips.
Really nice looks, but
yeah,
can't convert.
Keith Williams. What do we got? I'm obscured with the call, Casey.
That was a block.
That was a block, and it counts.
And it counts. Count the bucket. Looked to be a little bit of confusion between the two officials as to block or charge, and we'll get a good look at it right here in our living rooms. The pass goes up. Kane Benekal tries to slide over, and yeah, he looked like he wasn't quite in a legal guarding position in front of him. Tried to take that more on the side. Williams does a nice job of finding the contact with the shoulder with that defender a little bit on his side and finishing it. Gets the Razine as well.
Williams at the line. Keith Williams, 19 points a game, 4 rebounds. A 66% Razine foul line shooter. They're just cleaning up some of the sweat.
When Kane Kyle went to deck, I'm sure he brought about 3 liters of sweat with him.
Finished with 1,156 points at the University of Cincinnati. Can't convert the N1.
Oh, always an impressive college career if you've topped 1,000-point scoring.
Bazan operating with Rossetto. Davidson, Bennett Kyle to Jenna Brook. Ball is reversed. Rossetto's got good position. And Bazan, that's a tough shot.
Impressed by the defensive effort of the Nuggets. They are just refusing to bend anywhere.
Pull up from a call, nothing but net. Oh my goodness.
Man, he's playing with these guys. he is playing with these guys.
That is out the gate.
Come on now.
That is just like, I'm playing pickup at the rec center.
You mentioned it at halftime. I'm not even sure, outside of Timmons and McCulloch, I'm not even sure the rest of these starters have picked up a sweat yet.
No, well, Withers definitely hadn't.
Oh my
Bennett
Lord.
Cole just absolutely tied up. And Withers is saying there is no chance of anyone getting a shot off, just off camera.
Lockdown. Locked down. Right now, the Nuggets are making things so tough. Oh, just
McCulloch, probably the only miscue, apart from his 2 missed shots in a solitary first half. Turnover.
a little confused, thought that was going to come, but look at
This is what he was doing at the end of the second.
Easy. So easy. Just in rhythm, gets it up. 3 for 4 from the field now for him. Barely even looking for his own offense.
Rossetto, I tell you what, they have not done Anzac Rossetto any favours. The position he's been fighting for is Bennett Kyle. Oh, that's really crafty from Bennett Kyle, because everyone, the biggest man on the floor and the 2 best defenders dropped down on him, and he managed to get an and 1.
Well, we finally see something to the basket. That's the first time the Bulls this half have been able to penetrate that defense. We've seen all attempts at that penetration get cut off at 15, 17 feet. Finally, the ball swings around. He worked a lot of clock, got in the corner, and drove, got the finish. Unfortunately, the 3-point play goes wanting. Illegal screen. Illegal screen. Yeah.
Taking down Bennett Kyle there. On Sam Timmons is the foul.
He doesn't want to get checked out, but he will be. He asked Coach Brett Matahari to leave him in the game. But the coach thinks better of it. He goes, I'll send you to the bench up 25 with 3 fouls. We might save you for a little bit when we might need you.
How much fun do you think practice is for Jack Andrew against Sam Timmons?
I'd say it's pretty fun. Jack looks like a stout fella.
He does, doesn't he?
He's throwing his weight around. He's not too worried about that.
He's absolutely muscling up on Anzac Rossetto right now. Denham Brook shoots the 3. He's got the green light because everyone else is stuck in the orange.
I do like the unselfishness, but Anzac Rossetto, he's got to see himself as he's a foundation player. You got to get the ball, and you got to score it.
You bring in a post presence like Anzac Rossetto that they absolutely did not have last season.
Yeah. I understand he's a younger player trying to figure out what to do, but that's a situation. You're down 25 points. Stop kicking it to the perimeter. You've got great shooting position. Score the basketball. Be a threat.
Withers. He goes down. Bennett Kyle.
Oh, got to look up. Didn't see him.
Bennett Kyle now has it. Oh, what a look. But Withers with the hands. Keith Williams with the finish. Woo. Keith Williams rocks the rim.
Bouncy.
Rocks it hard. Check the pull. It might be overflowing.
That was like a 1.3 on the Richter scale somewhere. I don't know. But nice fast break attempt.
It is still moving.
Yeah, he threw that with some Cartman like a Tharata.
He chose violence.
He did choose violence. He's got a smile. The bench is enjoying their time as Keith Williams had a big smile on his court face there.
Jaden Bazant going to work, pull up, and that's good from Bazant. But again, that's just one-on-one basketball.
Well, that's really all they've been able to do. But at least with the one-on-one, it's getting into the key. More penetration of defense is the answer for the Bulls.
McCall. And we've got Jack Andrew over the top.
And Andrew's got to be careful with his foul trouble now as he picks up number 2.
Timmons has 3. Tell you what, Casey, they could go small ball.
Definitely.
And that would be fun to watch.
Well, the question for this Nugget squad is who's going to be that 5th. And if Nicole McCulloch is going to be a threat offensively like this puts the Nuggets in a different stratosphere.
Rossetto gets a burn on the bench. Ledger is now battling with Andrew. Isaac Davidson back. 9 to shoot. Bazant. Ledger comes up high. McCulloch goes under the screen and Bazant makes him pay for it.
Easy read there. Shooter to the caliber of Jake Bazant. Anytime somebody goes over, you got to let that fly immediately.
McCall lost the handle. Leon Henry has it. The long arms of Leon Henry. 7 championships to his name. 6 with the Saints, and McCall gets Brook.
And Taj McCall has some questions, and we see the Jaden Bazant triple for a play a go. To Jerry McCall, foul number 3. And this is some foul trouble for the Nuggets now. McCall with 3, Timmons with 3, 2 on Williams.
14 fouls in this third quarter with 5:19 to go. Leon Henry, veteran presence. Back to Davidson. And Davidson trying hard to operate with any sort of semblance of order. He somehow found Ledger. Ledger on the reverse. Andrew gets a piece of it. Davidson has it, kisses it off the glass. That is a broken play that went right for the Bulls.
Well, I don't know. They say there's no child that's so ugly a mother can't love him. I'm not sure Morgan Maskell's too happy about that play offensively.
McCulloch misses but gets it back. It's been that kind of game. 9 on the shot clock. Withers fires it to Aitchison in the corner. Jack Andrew, 3 in the key. And that is a rare broken play. As we have a timeout. And I think Brent Matahare has seen just a little bit of ugliness creep into the execution at the offensive end.
And I think more than anything, he's looking at the defensive side of things. You know, that loose ball floating in the air that his team was getting beat to. They want to continue to win these hustle plays. The Bulls starting to find a little aggression on the offensive end, but they have to pick up the work rate. Down 20 with just over 14 minutes left in the game. They have to pick up the work rate to even give themselves enough time to get back into this ball game.
'60 plays 40. Brent Matahare coached the Nuggets to the 2020 title. The showdown. And everyone was put into a draft, and it was great basketball. Casey, you called, I think, officially 472 games of basketball in what felt like 11 days.
Yeah, I missed the one. I missed one game that season. Didn't even miss a game with the birth of my son. He was a good fellow about it. Came out on the Monday when we didn't have any games going.
That's very, 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 very good from Oakley and Mia, your partner.
Yeah, it was really a great time for basketball in New Zealand, and a lot of the players of the youth movement across the league, they got their chance in that competition. That's where they put their hand up, including several players in this ball game.
Tipped away, and it will be Bulls ball with 10 on the shot clock. Aitchison got the hand to it. Jet Thompson on the baseline will amount it.
How about the defensive efforts of this Nugget squad? When
Yeah.
they're locked in, they are long and extending their defense well beyond that three-point stripe.
Thompson with 5 to shoot. Leon Henry fall away. Might bank that in. Keith Williams with a great closeout.
How difficult are these looks? Even when they're decent looks, there's still a hand.
We've got a shot clock problem. And didn't reset properly, reset to 14, so.
I think we'll come back to around 20 on the shot clock. Should be right.
Brent Matahari calling him up because if he gets it in the front court, he's saying, I want the 14.
Well, I think they can put the ball where they want when they're stopping the shot clock to reset it.
He's working it.
So it's not like a timeout that he called. So unfortunately, Coach Brent Matahari wants the rule right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be playing. The discussion is, if the ball's in the front court, is the shot clock reset to 14? Mm-hmm. And they're saying, no, not now, because there's no change of possession. This is just me correcting things. And back to the action.
Fantastic. You know, what we haven't had is a lane violation yet, Casey.
I love a lane violation. Nothing like it.
Withers. Aitchison straight into Keith Williams. And that's good defense from Isaac Davidson. And the development squad and the extended squad of the youth squad of the Bulls love that down on the baseline.
There is an extended squad too. There is, I mean, they got a squad of thousands on this Bulls squad with the young fellas. But that is on the passer, that one. Josh Aitchison needs to do a better job of putting the ball a little higher into the post. That was a difficult catch off the bounce.
Go to work, Anzac.
There it is.
Yes! Anzac Rosetto finally gets a touch.
Yeah. If you catch the ball on the block, you just go to work. Make that defense collapse on you. See a triple team before you stop shooting.
Now he's right up on Jack Andrew. Davidson swipes at it.
Oh, there's some energy. Stay with it.
Keith Williams gets out of that little trap there and then just makes them pay. He sticks a 2, the 6 on the clock.
Well, Isaac Davidson needed a little help because Keith Williams 1-on-1 from half court. That is just a bit too much space for a player of that skill.
Tell you what, Nico McCulloch has eaten some screens tonight, and we got to travel. I just had, Aitchison just went to dap up Denham-Brook, and Denham-Brook just turned around, so Aitchison just dapped himself.
Yeah, why not? But also, I'm not really dabbing up opposition players.
You're the last person anyone would get a dap out
That one's
of.
not happening.
I really appreciated that. Classic Sal's NBL moment. Withers, pass, corner. That 3 is no good, and it's Bazant. And Leon Henry screaming up the floor. Ahe just absolutely ate a Leon Henry leaning screen. He's called for it, and Leon Henry's walking down the other end. He knows.
Just a bit too aggressive. Third on Leon Henry.
Brent Matahari, he's saying he leaned his shoulder and he wants a red card for it.
Don't try and bring rugby rules back into this. They'll start playing advantage on fast break fouls again, which used to drive me insane.
Oh yeah, that is right. They used to do that.
They used to do that.
Keith Williams, another 3. Oh, that look is gorgeous. And he makes them pay.
Couple of looks in a row there. Second time is the charm for Aye.
Denham-Brook drives. Good defense from the Nuggets.
What is?
Denham-Brook just turned around and just looked forlornly at the referee who was running back down the other end.
Well, no foul from my angle, but not a great decision to put that one up.
Great defense. Jack Andrew with the catch. Puts it up over Denham-Brook. And we've got a foul. And that is going to be called on Rosetto, and that'll be a second.
Love the work by Josh Aitchison, though. Doesn't give up on the play. The lone gold jersey down there. His fight. Grabs possession back and actually free throws. So he's instantly rewarded for his hustle. Karmatically prudent.
Aitchison, he played all 18 games for the Nuggets last season. And he was a member of that 2020 championship team. He's an accountant at Deloitte. That's my favorite stat I found out of all the 10 teams. I mean, just a single sentence. He's an accountant at Deloitte.
I've enjoyed calling Josh's games over the last few years, and I will say that hearing that he's an accountant at Deloitte makes perfect sense. He looks like an accountant at Deloitte.
He looks fiscally responsible.
He looks like he's well invested in his Kiwi saver.
He's got the right mix
He
for
definitely
that
is.
stage of his life.
Most definitely. I'd say it's
Yeah.
like I think he's got it split, like 50% aggressive.
Yeah, he's not conservative, he's not default, but he's definitely maybe just feeling it with his financial nous. He's probably going aggressive now when the markets have turned.
He looks like a guy who's putting in like 5% out of the paycheck as well.
I think he's probably going 8
Oh,
or
stop
10.
it.
Well, just for this period though, Casey.
Yeah, it's true. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's a good time to buy.
it is. We're not giving financial advice. That would be reckless from us. You should not listen to us.
No one wants financial advice from me.
Maybe post game you could hit him up.
Yeah.
Find out what mix he's in and what fund
Possibly.
he uses.
Possibly.
I'm going to play some basketball here, I believe. to a 8 to go in the third quarter. Now he gets it back. There is the accountant.
Oh, counting up some assists on a
Jack
pass like that.
Andrew from the corner for 3.
Jack Andrew with the triple. This is turning into a bit of a lap for the Nuggets now if Andrew's hitting trees.
His first 3 of the season. And then look at A going
Jeez.
down.
That's
There's
like Rosetto just
Rosetto.
came through. Let's see what the foul's going to be. Is it a legal basket out or is it Rosetto over the top? It is going to be on Rosetto, his third.
And he's got to push underneath is the call.
He came hard for that offensive rebound. And, you know, we're having a good time here on the sidelines, but who's not having a good time right now are the Bulls. And they've got some questions after such a great start. 2-0, things were looking good. But this offense has just run into a brick wall the last couple of weeks.
It's been a sluggish old third quarter. We've got a jump ball.
And I'm really enjoying the aggressiveness with which Rosetto's playing now.
Possession area to the Bulls.
It looks like they said on the court it was going to the Nuggets.
But then the Bulls, they get the official from the scorers table holding up the red piece of wood.
But everybody's staying, so it'll stay with the Nugs. So I was really enjoying the aggressiveness Rosetto's coming out with, but that's something you got to come out with in the first quarter, right off the bat.
Establish that presence. Like maybe just force them even into showing a double maybe. Just get the defense to move, sync.
Yeah, just need to find a way to speed up Otago's half-court offense because...
But also, Case, the wing length that the Nuggets have of Withers and McCall, even Keith Williams, he looks like a stout, quick defender.
It has been difficult to get that ball into the post. It has been difficult to penetrate the defense at all with the passing game.
I understand if Morgan Maskell sits in my DMs and said, well, you come out here and coach. Jack Andrew off the Keith Williams feed. It's been a quarter for Jack Andrew.
Well, Keith Williams had options. He had, I believe, Withers in the corner. Decides to go to Andrew, who smashes down another one, showing the vert off tonight, Jack Andrew.
Yeah, Leon Henry knocks down a 3. Seen that 1,000 times in this league.
And they have been begging for some triples to start falling. That is just their 7th of the ball game. That actually might have been a 2.
Withers.
Good board.
Oh, yeah. Todd, you know what Todd Withers has done here? He's fallen on Denenbrook's foot on that 3, and he's tried to foul, and he's twisted an ankle, and he has gone down. You can just see him left the frame.
Yeah,
And Denenbrook got right
actually
underneath
looking
him.
like a calf.
Yeah, maybe a calf, maybe
More of
cramp.
a cramp. Yeah, that's a cramp there.
Oh, yeah.
And so he will
that's
get a little bit of a rest.
hopefully it's not an ankle. Hopefully
No,
it's just,
the way they were working out that calf when he
Yeah.
was grabbing, you could see when he got some flexion in that foot that you could feel it immediately.
probably just landed a little awkward to avoid getting that.
But it's a good thing he's not sweating then, because that would be even more fluid and minerals out of his body.
I'll be honest, none of the imports for the Nuggets have sweat tonight. I see,
Keith Williams, he's got a bit of a
I
sheen.
see a little bit of a sheen on his forehead.
He got a sheen going here in the second half. But
He's been working hard.
McCall and Withers.
You know, McCall's just at the other end of the bench just chilling.
Yeah, if they were on State Highway 1, they would definitely be on cruise control.
I mean, they got the Jets on Sunday.
And then we see on the other bench, Cade Kyle icing the hand up.
Yeah.
And that doesn't look great.
And we mentioned that earlier, didn't we? Having that wrist guard on there. And that has been a problem for Bennett Kyle in this third quarter.
And so we've got 2 shots. We're not sure exactly what's going on here for Jaden Bazant. Yeah, I think the foul was on Leon Henry.
Well, they did a take foul.
So the shooter should be Leon Henry because he was the one who was fouled. There we go. Leon Henry's in. Coach Brett Montejano had some questions about why Jaden Bazant was shooting that one.
Yeah. It was Leon Henry who was fouled. Just the impact of Leon Henry just to be that veteran presence in this Bulls team.
Not sure what's going on now.
I have no idea. That's why I brought up the veteran presence of Leon Henry.
Well, that was something that the Bulls certainly were missing last season, was a bit of veteran leadership. They thought that their imports would be able to do that job for them, but unfortunately injuries took them out of the mix early in the season.
Leon can't get the roll on that.
The free throws continue to be a sticking point.
They are the worst free throw shooting team in the Sal's NBL.
I mean, they're shooting 48% as a squad. That might be one of the worst shooting percentages through 4 games ever.
And Rossetto gets that.
Picture perfect.
I mean,
Pick and roll action.
They shoot 49% on the season from the foul line.
Yeah.
From the Rosine line. I mean, that is worth noting.
That is worth noting. Bad news is it's worse today. 36%.
Hit me with that stat.
Oh, that was prior to the free throws just made.
Nika McCulloch, remember the name? Remember him from the first half?
I remember the name, but it feels like he might have left his jump shot in the locker room at halftime.
4 to shoot in the third. Bazant can't get the roll. He's not getting the foul call. And we will head into the fourth quarter, still with a big lead. The Nuggets 70, the Bulls 48. Back with the fourth soon. Is there a mercy rule in this?
There should be.
Like the Phoenix Suns, they should have been that, on Monday.
Hey, Mike Fitchett wants to know what school that is you're wearing. He wants to know what's Mary No basketball.
Copy. Well, the good news for the Bulls is they squared the ledger with the third quarter, 17 apiece.
Hey, that's a step in the right direction.
It is a step in the right direction.
Bad news, still 22 points in the deficit.
That is right. And 70 to 48. Anzet Rosetto's got 10 points for the Bulls. 12 for Jaden Bazant. Those are your 2 leading scorers for the Franklin Bulls. Nico McCulloch sat on 24 that third quarter. Half-time break. The only thing that could stop him in this gym.
Mike,
sorry, Case.
I'm sorry to you, Mose, for jumping all over that, but I got to say that if Coach Morgan Maskell would have been told that Sam Timmons would have 2 and none of the imports would be in double figures come the 4th quarter. As you see a beautiful Isaac Davidson little push hook, that he would have thought they were in pretty good shape in this ball game.
Yeah. Brother of tall friend Penina Davidson as well, Isaac Davidson. Nice to see him getting some offense going. You probably want some consistency out of that as well.
Yeah, I think there'll be some opportunities for him once Corey Webster, as we see the Timmons travel.
Timmons, his Breakers teammate from last season.
Once Corey Webster gets here, and you've got another perimeter scorer.
Well, you've got a threat.
Yeah.
You've got a constant offensive threat you have to deal with, who is a savvy scorer, an elite scorer in this league.
And that will draw some defensive attention. Ooh, McCall wanted that one.
Wait. Can Isaac Davidson make him pay? He can.
There you go. No hesitation on that. That is the kind of offense the Bulls need to do. When punish those gambles, punish the mismatches, and quickly, don't give them time.
Stripped. Beardsley stripped by Jet Thompson. McCall. Man, that guy can stop anything. The look away from Thompson. Davidson with the up fake. Gets a clean 3. Knocks down 7 straight. Isaac Davidson. Morgan Maskell's out at midcourt. Bulls on parade.
What a little bit of effort will do for your defense. And possibly unnecessary no-look pass Jet Thompson threw. For some reason, he was looking at us.
One of the great no-look passes.
But
on the unnecessary level.
Eventually found its way to Isaac Davidson, who's got a little bit of a rhythm going. 16 points for him. Oh, it's got to feel good. The crowd make a little bit of noise. The lead down to 14 with 9 minutes to go. And that third gear might have to get shifted down.
Wow, Taj McCall went for the gamble. Probably felt like he had it at the pace of the game. Felt like he could read it, and that cost him a 3. And then the ball movement and just finding the up fake, flying Keith Williams. He bought it hook, line, and sinker, and Isaac Davidson hit another 3 after he had a little jumper in the in the key.
Let me see.
That is quite possibly the most annoying cowbell north of Hamilton.
I've never really thought cowbell should be used indoors, personally. But opinions differ.
Well, let's see what the Nuggets have here. I mean, finally, a little bit of game on. I mean, it's only
plenty of time.
A 7-0 run, but it's what the Bulls needed. Jet Thompson's all up on McCulloch. A turnover. Hands at Rossetto. Has called for the foul, number 4. He reached over on that. That's a tough foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call. From the angle, I mean, it looked like he was playing behind him, and it just got mishandled by Timmons. Apparently a grab on the arm.
Rossetto with 4.
Good job by the Bulls to put pressure on the officials to call it by picking up their intensity.
Nico McCulloch can't get that 3 to go. Isaac Davidson has Bardsley on him. Up high comes Rossetto. Davidson, Jet Thompson. Look at Taj McCall all over him. And then Taj McCall, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That is not a foul.
He is penalized for amazing defense.
Why is that a foul?
That was outstanding defense. That was elite defense.
He should file a complaint to the International Rights Commission because that, I don't know what you're supposed to do defensively on a play like that.
Maybe the referee saw it differently.
On to the next one.
Had an angle on that I didn't.
Then Taj McCall will go to the bench with his 4th personal on that one. So some warning bells here for the Nuggets, who've been cruising along to victory up to this point.
Well, they're literally bells behind us, Case. Leon Henry! Oh my goodness!
We got ourselves a ball game! Leon Henry with a timely triple, and all of a sudden all these Bull shots that could not find the net are finding their way in. It's getting a little exciting.
Whatever was said at the third quarter break, they were magic words that must be bottled by Morgan Maskell. Sam Timmons gets it back. 4 to shoot. Timmons on Leon Henry. with his big three coming up. Can't get it. Timed rebound beautifully by Leon Henry.
That's a play where Timmons has to go to score. He can't look to pass that out. And we've got a shot clock issue here. As we see the triple again from Leon Henry. Isaac Davidson hitting the pull man out of that corner. Leon Henry with tons of space.
Isaac Davidson feeling it, step back. Chris Martin tried to poke it away from Sam Timmons.
Big board there for Timmons. Defensive rebounds becoming of the utmost importance down the stretch.
High post for Timmons, working with Keith Williams. Williams finds Timmons on the roll, and he wanted him to go up.
I think, yeah, Timmons definitely was looking for the lob pass. Keith Williams understands that he just put a little bit too much mustard on there. Even if you're passing it to him low, you can't fire that one through. You gotta give it a little touch for the big fella to catch it.
Leon Henry driving. Leon Henry can't get the finish.
Oh, counterattack coming.
McCulloch to Timmons. Timmons to Keith Williams. Beautiful basketball from the Nuggets.
Well, poorly handled by Timmons, but found a way to get it to Williams for the assist. Excellent cut by Williams there.
Jaden Bazant lost the handle, and they've just dialed up, ratcheted up the defense of the Nuggets. The pace of the game is Timmons. Look out! They're going to have to get a new stanchion after the end of this game. That is two big dunks.
How do you not find Sam Timmons, biggest guy in the court, nobody within 5 feet of him?
Zito is on the bench with those 4 fouls, and Chris Martin can't get that roll. The Nuggets, yeah, defensively.
Nuggets aren't playing with the same intensity they were earlier. The Bulls are finding shots, but that's a couple of misses on very makeable plays. Big play by Bazant in the corner to force the steal. Set off the counterattack on the fast break.
Oh, Keith Williams just looks back at Isaac Davidson after packing his shot. McCulloch, Leon Henry with another big board.
Huge rebounding by Leon Henry these last couple of possessions as the biggest man the Bulls got.
Bazant is tied up by McCulloch, and a little bit chippy between those 2 point guards. How much longer is Morgan Maskell going to keep Anzac Rosetto on the bench as well?
If I was him, not much longer at all. 15 points. If you don't do it now, you're not going to do it with 5.5 to play. And Mikhail McCulloch and Jaden Bazant. I wonder if McCulloch's got a little anger from being his teammate a season ago. It looks like those 2 guys might have had some battles in practice that have left some hurt feelings.
Denham Brook with a steal, and here comes the ball.
Well, great save. He needed somebody to run with him. Bazant was the only option. Excellent hustle.
Twin Jet Thompson, he's the kind of guy who would have tracked that down. A timeout from Brent Matahari. 74-59, just going to calm things down a little bit. Tom Withers just trying to work through that cramp. He's got his sleeve now on that calf muscle. But 74-59 with plenty of time for the Bulls.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see Withers again. He hasn't tried to work his way back in yet as the Bulls have made this run, so that makes me think they're going to keep him stashed on the bench regardless of how close this one gets. So that gives the Bulls another chance. 5 minutes left. You can come back from 15, but you got to do it in bunches. You're going to have to force the Otago Nuggets to get sped up, get them playing at a faster pace than they want to. Hopefully, if you're a Bulls player, you can force some turnovers as well. But if they allow the Nuggets to come down, use up clock, you might as well stick this one in the fridge because this baby would be set for tomorrow.
What a start to this 4th quarter, though. Isaac Davidson came out hot.
Franklin has really done a nice job. Outscored the Nuggets 11-4 in the quarter to continue their hot streak after improving the offense. And it's looking at the offense for the Bulls, it's 15 in the first quarter, 16 in the second, 17 in the third. So if they go 18, we've got a perfect upswing.
8 straight points from Isaac Davidson. Leon Henry hit a big 3. And then timeout, and then Sam Timmins and Keith Williams. Back-to-back buckets.
There's that zone defense, a little bit of 1-3-1.
Timmins in the corner. McCall, 7 to shoot. McCall fall away. Timmins. Oh, and Leon Henry might have.
No basket.
No basket, but I think Leon Henry tipped that in. But yeah.
If there's not
Timmins.
sure why the basket doesn't count. Foul on Leon Henry is called.
Over the back.
But apparently not on the tip shot. So I guess that will be baseline ball. Well, it can't be free throws because he wasn't shooting. If he was shooting the ball, the basket's got to be good. So we will go sideline is the decision by the officials. I think they might discuss that one after the game as to whether that would have been a shot or not.
Just 2 team fouls on the Bulls, the 1 on the Nuggets. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Under 5 now, Timmins.
2
And
shots.
2 shots coming. And is that going to be on Davidson or Leon Henry?
Well, I think that position was a microcosm of the Bulls' night. They're hustling, they worked hard, and it comes to the weak side, and Taj McCall has 2 options. You can swing to the corner for an open 3, or you can pass it to the paint for an easy layup. That's what the Bulls are giving the Nuggets. Too many options as Timmins misses another free throw.
Yeah, Sam Timmins is a 43% foul shooter.
Ooh, what is
coming into this game.
Something's in the water in New Zealand this year. Because as a league, free throws have not been impressive. The Nuggets now 4 for 8 from the line. As apparently we had a, the bench needs to talk to somebody about something. Possible the foul was called on.
Well, Isaac Davidson, it says it had the foul there on that Sam Timmins trip to the Rosine line.
Well, it was definitely Leon Henry. I saw it called on 15.
We've got furrowed brows and a shake of the head.
I'm sure that'll get cleaned up, but in the meantime, this gives the Bulls a chance to figure out what they want to do on the offensive end. As Withers has checked back in, he's got that sleeve in the leg. So thankfully, the cramp not too bad. And whatever the issue was, it has been figured out. Back to basketball.
Down 16, the Bulls with the ball. Isaac Davidson looking for something to work with. It's just sort of waiting for a screen to be set. And Bennett Kyle had it slapped away by Withers. Just not a lot doing up there with Isaac Davidson with the ball.
Yeah, when you get the starters on the court for the Nuggets, things suddenly become a lot harder in the half court.
It's a lot more active. Rosetto's about to check in. McCulloch. His first basket of the half.
And that brings him to 27.
Bazant. Bennett Kyle. Henry has it. Gets the ball to Dennerbrook in the corner. Good patience. Great defense from McCall.
Whoa.
And McCall's like, yeah, you got me. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's solid defense. Love the rotations. Really forcing the Bulls to make pass after pass. The scramble is excellent. And at the end of the day, they make a shot like that, you tip your hat to them.
You burn
well
clock, don't you? Oh, the look away.
Timmins has passed well, but personally, I'd like to see him be a bit more aggressive in the post.
Well, I reckon he can get fouled. 4 to shoot. McCall. Taj McCall. High arcing 3 is no good.
Well, I was talking
We've
about
got
the
a shot
Nuggets.
clock.
There's going to be an issue.
No,
they're going to let it go.
They let that one go. Leon Henry, deep 3.
Nice board by McCulloch in there. And I was speaking earlier about the Nuggets defense, and I really...
Can McCulloch get a 30-piece?
He can, but I got to tip my hat to Tom Withers. His impact defensively has been phenomenal. He really has been able to switch and lock down guards, perimeter players on the post as well.
Williams, no good.
Look, just taking turns offensively now.
Davidson, Bennett Kyle. Good movement from the Bulls, but they're made to work.
Yeah, but it's movement that's not really forcing the defense to adjust. They got to be scorers with these cuts.
Kyle with that wrist guard and taping on his hand with little discomfort at all.
Oh, that's a lot of tape to be able to pull off the jump shot regardless. Nice triple there in the waning moments of the fourth quarter.
They had a run. The Nuggets stepped it up a gap. There's Timmons looking to go to work on Leon Henry. McCall, 3-ball. He's got a high release. High arcing shot, I should say. And we got a sub on the mate.
And McCall
Rosetto's been there for a while.
McCall reaches double figures now, 12 points for him.
Lovely.
Just the third nugget in double figures.
11 for Williams and 27 for Nico and McCall.
Solid 20. So let's get him a 30-piece. Somebody find him a jump shot.
It's like me at the drive-thru on the way home looking for that 30-piece.
Oh, Bazant just
Bazant.
looked like he twisted an ankle there.
Oh, yeah, he slapped the floor.
Just needs a second. Trying to save the basketball. Tough night for Jaden Bazant. Was the recipient of a lot of the focus of that defensive pressure this evening. 5 for 17 from the field.
He's going to try and walk it off. Jet Thompson is going to walk
He really
back.
wanted to get in, but he'll go back to the bench. No, Jaden Bazant is asking to come out.
He did say he wants to come out.
Doesn't like that feeling. And with a minute 47 and down 17, probably not the best time to.
This is the only game for them in this round, so Jaden Bazant will be rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Oh yeah, rice it up.
Yeah, rice, baby. I don't know, it's probably something else now, Case.
We're old, we can stay with it. Still good. We got the basics in there.
Probably like heat. Foul out high on Bennett Kyle.
Team foul number 4. Not yet in the bonus. Taj McCall is asking for a sub. Saying there's a minute 35. Go ahead and get me out of here. I got my double figures. I'll have a seat now. Notice Taj McCall's got a bit of a zip up in there.
He does, doesn't he?
He does.
95 seconds to go.
He can't be cold up here. He's from the south, baby.
McCulloch, is it 30?
Oh,
it is!
that's a 2.
That's
it's
a
29.
Man, 29 for Nico McCulloch.
That's still pretty good.
Jet Thompson can't get the roll. Now you've got to work to get him that 30-piece. They've given him 30, but the referee definitely said it was a 2 as he ran by the scorer's bench. But he's got 30 in the gym. Doesn't matter. No, it can't get the roll. Rosetto wants the ball.
Yeah, Jet Thompson
Screaming at him.
has to look forward on that play.
Bennett Kyle. Back over the backboard. Chris Martin will check in the game.
We see the replay.
What do you reckon? That's a 3.
Couldn't see, it was too quick for me. Live, I thought it was a 3. I would have given it to him just so he gets 30.
Just reward him. It's been a game. It's been a
Oh,
game.
he's trying to stay in the game. He
He's
just
not,
got
come on.
subbed out.
Well, they may
He wants that.
they may think that he's
Well,
got 30.
we do have 30. It looks like
Yeah, in the gym. But the referee ran past and said it was a 2.
that. Strange.
Maybe he did say it was a 3 and I just missed the bottom finger. Maybe it was curled under.
It's 29 on the official stats as well.
Go tell Brent.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach. I don't think they know he's only got the 29. They think he's got the 30-piece.
Oh, man, I'm gutted for him.
Alas, he gets the W.
Great half. Great first half from Nico McCulloch. Really was the difference on the offensive end. Just so much attention on the other 4 starters, I guess. And Nico McCulloch just, it looked like he just had a chip on his shoulder.
Well, I'm sure that would be part of the game plan. I mean, if you're looking at this Nuggets starting 5, that's the area we're going to say, well, if we're going to help off at other places, this is where we have to help off. And maybe that's not the case anymore.
Yeah.
If he's going to be playing like that and giving that kind of threat offensively.
Well, this starting five is
they're tough.
long, tough, athletic,
and
big.
They found some pieces off the bench as well tonight.
Yeah, they have.
Jack Andrew has been very solid as the backup to Timmons.
He's played 16 minutes as Jack Andrew and counting.
And I've appreciated
Joe Ahi as well.
Yeah, he's given some nice minutes and showed a decent stroke. Josh Aitchison, the accountant.
Rossetto, as the game winds down. Bennett Kyle with the dunk to finish it off for the Bulls. And the Bulls can only squeeze out 66 out of this offense. It hasn't been ideal in this game. And they go down 83-66, a 17-point loss to the Otago Nuggets in town. And they go to the Manawatu to play the Jets on Sunday afternoon. Quite the game in the first half. Nico McCulloch was 10 for 12 at halftime. 24 points. It's Casey France getting ready to hopefully talk to Nico McCulloch. And a lot of appreciation between players that are very familiar in the Sal's NBL. But the Otago Nuggets, they did the job. They shot 51% in this gym. 43 from deep, hitting 13 threes. Just 50% from the foul line. 42 rebounds. 8 on the offensive glass, 16 turnovers, right on their season average, 17 for the Bulls. Who shot 39%, 37% from downtown. Got some punch from Isaac Davidson to begin this fourth quarter. But right now, let's talk to the man of the first half, Nico McCulloch.
How about that first half? You came with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. A little bit. Let's tell us about it.
It's a bit of the revenge tour, you know, going around all my old teams, just trying to show my worth and, you know, that I'm valid in this league, basically.
Well, how is it on a team like this, with the talent you have in the starting lineup? You're going to get looks like that all year long, and it's got to feel good to them that you were knocking them down with these tonight.
Yeah, my teammates give me confidence, you know, credit to the team, credit to the coaches, everyone instills confidence in me, so yeah, gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it.
A short week this week as Keith Williams comes in to cool him down because he is hot, but it's got to feel good to finally have a full-strength squad, only at about a week of practice. But you guys have to be feeling pretty good about your chances after a win like this.
Yes, everyone's healthy. We were sick last week, coaches home, so just keep building towards the chip. That's the one goal we got, so as long as we keep working towards that.
And just finally, I want to mention you guys' defense tonight. You guys were all attached on the string. Is that something you guys are going to hang on your hats on this season?
Definitely, definitely. We're a defensive-minded team, defense win championships. We don't like to be pretty, we're on the gritty stuff, so it showed tonight, definitely, definitely.
I love the alliteration. Thanks for the time, brother. Good game.
Sir, thank you, thank you, thank you.
From Nico McCulloch. Just reminding everybody he belongs in this league. Absolutely, I don't think he has any problems thinking he doesn't belong in this league. Excellent 3x3 player and a tremendous game, tremendous first half from Nico McCulloch. 10 of 12. It's credited with 29 points after a dubious 3 that was deemed a 2. 29 points he ends up with. He'll be disappointed when he sees the box score, Casey.
Yeah, I should have told him he only had 29.
Oh man, that's so you to do that.
It would have been.
Let's do it now. Let's have a look at some stats as I rolled through them earlier, but we'll get official confirmation as the points leader, Nico McCulloch.
A couple of things in the positive side for the Bulls. Isaac Davidson, nice to get him going a little bit offensively. As it went along, we found some more chances for Rossetto and Brook, but just a case of not getting enough going early in the ball game. And that, look at the rebounds. Timmons didn't get it done on the score sheet, but got it done on the glass. Just a team effort overall. They were able to grab 42 rebounds as a squad to just 32 for the Bulls. The assists picked up a little bit in that second half.
Just 5 points for Sam Timmons as well. I mean, he bends defenses just by catching it around the keyway.
And you can tell he's looking to facilitate. He's not trying to be a threat offensively. He is more than happy to get things out. A little bit of athleticism on the blocks. But this was just really a story of a team in control in the half court. They were finding the shot they wanted to get, and today that was Luka McCulloch.
3 turnovers, 3 steals, and Taj McCall, he gambled and paid dividends at times for him as well. The fans will go home, they'll be inspired by the mini run at the top of the 4th, but ultimately not enough points put up by the Bulls, and that is a concern for Morgan Maskell. They were held to 56 by the Giants in round 3, 66 on your home floor. Is it going to get it done in this year's Sal's NBL?
You know, coming into this round, looked like the Tuatara had a grip on first spot. Looked like the Bulls were solid at home, and things have been flipped on their head, and maybe more so for the rest of the week as we take a look at the games that are upcoming. The Giants against the Rams in game number 1 tomorrow at 5:30 from Trafalgar and Nelson. Game number 2, 7:30. That'll be me and Moles on the airwaves. Taranaki and the Southland Sharks. Big one for Taranaki with their full squad. And the Wellington Saints, as close as they've been to full strength. A huge signing announced for them this week in Xavier Cooks. Do not know if he's going to be available. He's a maybe. Was the last time I heard questionable against the Canterbury Rams, who are competing on that difficult Tasman double.
And the one game that isn't on that graphic will be the Jets. And this Nuggets team that you've just seen, Nico McCulloch, wonder what he has in store for the Jets. Does he have any grievances? Does he have? He was a Jet last year.
He said this is his revenge tour.
I love that.
Franklin 2 years ago in the showdown.
And the Jets last season as well.
He is getting it done. Somebody needs to tell him he's got 29. I want it to happen live on air.
I want you to go and do it live on air.
Talking to all the boys on a Haku, having a word with him now, and that is great. It is great to see a young fella come up, play to his potential, drive his squad to a win, and feel good about it.
Absolutely. The Nuggets, they do have the Jets on Sunday. Then they have the Sharks away, the Airs away, and the Giants at home. That's the 4 of their next 5 games. Obviously, the Bulls on the road. And then for the Bulls, they have to play the Tuatara. And they're going to have to hope that maybe Corey Webster will be joining them for that grudge match for the 09.
Well,
that's your final score.
Going to have to find some answers.
We are back tomorrow night, Casey. It's called the Sharks and the Airs. We are done from the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. The Nuggets in control from start to finish to get the win over the Bulls, 83-66. Thanks so much for watching the Sal's NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes.